African Union Summit in Accra. Now back to African Magic Temple.
For over 30 years, AMT has safeguarded and educated the world about authentic West African spiritual traditions rooted in Ewe Voodoo and Afa. Through thousands of hours of online content, AMT has made Voodoo knowledge and practice more accessible while redefining the global narrative around the practice. We provide spiritual consultations,
Ancestral feeding rituals to honor your ancestors and empower yourself, as well as a range of various initiations.
Every year, AMT welcomes and supports practitioners and knowledge seekers from all walks of life on their journey to connecting and learning more about indigenous African spiritual practices, heritage, and philosophy. Through interactive and experiential shrine tours, AMT has hosted visitors from across the world, including groups from NYU's Public Health Masters Program and Birthright Africa, a diaspora organization based in the US. We are even working with the University of Bremen in Germany to repatriate stolen Voodoo from the colonial period. And yes, we did speak with the Voodoo through an Afa divination, and they are very much alive. African Magic Temple isn't just a shrine. It's a living bridge between past, present, and future, and is undoubtedly a powerful pillar for cultural tourism in Ghana. Did you know there's a Voodoo
1, 2.
And we're meeting the Ifa community, Cheche community, the Voodoo community. We're just meeting different interesting people. So I'm very happy to be with Ifa Lade over here.
Thank you, thank you. I'm a practitioner of Isheshe Legba. Ifa, traditional Ifa tradition is practiced in Southwest Nigeria, Yoruba land. My name is Ifa Lade. That's the name that I was given when I completed Itefa in 2021. My full Ifa name is Ikumakbai Ifalade Fayemi. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. I'm first generation American. My father is from Jamaica and my mom is Haitian.
I want you to tell us a little bit more about your spiritual background and also a little bit about the African spiritual practices that are here in New York.
In New York City, we have everyone here. This is the crossroads of the universe. So not only it being the physical crossroads of the universe, commercially, however they want to call it, materialistically, spiritually as well. This is a strong intersection of cosmic energy, and with all of the immigrants that resemble African spirituality, but she's saying Jesus, but you can see her work. You know, all she needs is olive oil, and she'll
Make things happen.
make things happen. Water, she'll get things done. That's me, 100%.
We are in New York right now.
I'll check 1, 2.
And we're meeting the Ifa community, Cheche community, the Voodoo community. We're just meeting different interesting people. So I'm very happy to be with Ifa Lade over here.
Thank you, thank you. I'm a practitioner of Isheshe Legba. Ifa, traditional Ifa tradition is practiced in Southwest Nigeria, Yoruba land. My name is Ifa Lade. That's the name that I was given when I completed Itefa in 2021. My full Ifa name is Ikumakbai Ifalade Fayemi. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. I'm first generation American. My father is from Jamaica and my mom is Haitian.
I want you to tell us a little bit more about your spiritual background and also a little bit about the African spiritual practices that are here in New York.
In New York City, we have everyone here. This is the crossroads of the universe. So not only it being the physical crossroads of the universe, commercially, however they want to call it, materialistically, spiritually as well. This is a strong intersection of cosmic energy, and with all of the immigrants that have come to and crossed through New York City, you have every single tradition, both seen and unseen. What I've been exposed to primarily, Voodoo, Ifa, Isheshe, Lukumi, Santeria. I have an aunt who is a Reverend Mother in Spiritual Baptist Church, and there were times where she would take me to the church and them have a dress up candle, and they take the oil, and they do works that resemble African spirituality, but she's saying Jesus, but you can see her work. All she needs is olive oil, and she'll
Make things happen.
make things happen. Water, she'll get things done. That's me, 100%.
We are in New York. Yes, Bokor, what are you doing?
Sideways. Yes.
The village.
Yes, we the slim Bokors are going to go and take.
Because, yeah.
Yes, the six-pack Bokor, we are going to go and take water from the
River.
river.
Então, Tula é a água do Fá. Os 16 odôs do Fado, 16 Fado, do não. Não são eles a base do Fá? Então, Tula é a água do Fá. Os 16 odôs do Fado, 16 Fado, do não. Não são eles a base do Fá? Então, Tula é a água do Fá.
Sand entra. Em a maneira que faz ao nodoho Bokor velho.
Sim.
Para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente pensamos que nesse caso essa mami que a gente vai fazer e você ao nodoho. Se você põe seu mano no dentro e também a gente vamos fazer o aie de afá
E eroso.
E tudo vai ser muito forte.
Ok.
Entendeu?
Eu acho que eu entendi.
Isso. Sim. So.
Dinheiro. Eu boto. Eu tiro.
Sim.
Se vai pagar.
Mas pagar é diferente. Ok, like o preço do divinação separado. Mas no momento pode usar $1,
Isso.
$5, não assim. Isso não vale. Não importa, pero dinheiro.
Tu pode botar um pouco de cada um. Isso.
Checamos.
De Japão.
Japão. Lá da
É no Chile?
Japão.
It is black, gotta be national. No Japão, areia do praias preto. Preto?
Preto, né?
Preto, sim.
Black.
E também,
Black.
Isso.
esse é sopa.
Alfazema.
Alfazema.
O de colônia.
Ah,
It smells good.
it's like for...
Mano, gosta, ok.
Pero é como sopa. How do you say? Soap?
Jabon.
Não,
It's all the
perfume.
all the perfume.
Água de perfume.
It's not
It's just like something like put for perfume, kind of.
strong smell. Is the Brazil? Maybe this.
Brasil. Um gin, Jordan, traz um gin aí.
This one? Yes.
Pode mandar. Tá bom, tá bom.
It's okay.
Fica um banho muito cheiroso.
Cheiroso.
Ah, okay. Smells very good.
Tá.
Aroma bom.
Christopher.
Boa noite. Sand entra. Em a maneira que faz ao nodoho Bokor velho.
Sim.
Para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente pensamos que nesse caso essa mami que a gente vai fazer e você ao nodoho. Se você põe seu mano no dentro e também a gente vamos fazer o aie de afá
E eroso.
E tudo vai ser muito forte.
Ok.
Entendeu?
Eu acho que eu entendi.
Isso. Sim. So.
Dinheiro. Bota. Eu tiro.
Sim.
Se vai pagar.
Pero pagar é diferente. Ok, like o preço do divinação separado. Mas no momento pode usar $1,
Isso.
$5, não, assim. Isso não vale. Não importa, pero dinheiro.
Tu pode botar um pouco de cada um. Isso.
Chegamos.
De Japão.
Japão.
Is that international?
Japan.
If it's black, it's gotta be national. No Japão, areia do praias preto. Preto?
Preto, né?
Preto, sim.
Black.
E também,
Black.
Isso.
esse é soap.
Alfazema.
Alfazema.
O de colônia.
It smells good.
It's like for...
Mano, eu gosto, achei.
Pero es como sopa. How do you say? Soap?
Rabão, jabão.
Não,
It's all the
perfume.
all the perfume.
Água de perfume.
It's not
It's just like something like food for perfume, kind of.
strong smell. Is the Brazil? Maybe this.
Brasil. Um gin, Jordão, traz um gin aí.
This one? Yes.
Pode mandar. Tá bom, tá bom.
It's okay.
Fica um banho muito cheiroso.
Cheiroso.
Ah, okay. Smells very good.
Tá.
Aroma bom.
Christopher.
Boa noite. Sand enter. Em a maneira que faz ao nodoho Bokor velho.
Sim.
Para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente pensamos que nesse caso essa mami que a gente vai fazer e você ao nodoho. Se você põe seu mano no dentro e também a gente vamos fazer o aie de afá
Hierosu.
Hierosu. E tudo vai ser muito forte.
Ok.
Entendeu?
Eu acho que eu entendi.
Isso. Sim. So.
Dinheiro. E... Bota. Eu tiro.
Sim.
Se vai pagar.
Pero pagar é diferente. Ok, like o preço do divinação separado. Mas no momento pode usar $1,
Isso.
$5, não, assim. Isso não vale. Não importa, pero dinheiro.
Tu pode botar um pouco de cada um. Isso.
Chegamos.
De Japão.
Japão. Lá da
É no China?
Japão.
It is black, it gotta be national. No Japão, areia do praias preto. Preto?
Preto, né?
Preto, sim.
Black.
E também,
Black.
Isso.
esse é soap.
Alfazema.
Alfazema.
O de colônia.
Ah,
It smells good.
it's like for...
Mano, eu gosto, acho que
Pero es como un sopa. How do you say? Soap?
Rabão, jabão.
não,
It's all the
perfume.
all the perfume.
Água de perfume.
It's not
It's just like something I put for perfume, kind of.
strong smell. Is the Brazil? Maybe this.
Brasil. Um gin, Jordan, traz um gin aí.
This one? Yes.
Pode mandar. Tá bom, tá bom.
It's okay.
Fica um banho muito cheiroso.
Cheiroso.
Ah, okay. Smells very good.
Tá.
Aroma bom.
Christopher.
Boa noite. Sand entra. Em a maneira que faz ao nodoho Bokor velho.
Sim.
Para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente pensamos que nesse caso essa mami que a gente vai fazer e você ao nodoho. Se você põe seu mano no dentro e também a gente vamos fazer o aie de afá
E rosso.
e rosso. E tudo vai ser muito forte.
Ok.
Entendeu?
Eu acho que eu entendi.
Isso. Sim. So.
Dinheiro. Eu bota. Eu tiro.
Sim.
Se vai pagar.
Pero pagar é diferente. Ok, like o preço do divinação separado. Mas no momento pode usar $1,
Isso.
$5, não, assim. Isso não vale. Não importa, pero dinheiro.
Tu pode botar um pouco de cada um. Né? Isso.
Chegamos.
De Japão.
Japão. Lá da
É no China?
Japão.
It is black, it gotta be national. No Japão, areia do praias preto. Preto?
Preto, né?
Preto, sim.
Black.
E também,
Black.
Isso.
esse é soap.
Alfazema.
Alfazema.
O de colônia.
Ah,
It smells good.
it's like for...
Mano, eu gosto, acho que
Pero es como un Sopa? How do you say? Soap?
Rabon, jabon.
Não, é.
Perfume. All the perfume.
Água de perfume.
It's not
It's just like something I put for perfume, kind of.
strong smell. Is the Brazil? Maybe this.
Brasil. Um gin, Jordan, traz um gin aí.
This one? Yes.
Pode mandar. Tá bom, tá bom.
It's okay.
Fica um banho muito cheiroso.
Cheiroso.
Ah, okay. Smells very good.
Tá.
Aroma bom.
Christopher.
Boa noite. Sand enter. Em a maneira que faz a uma do Bokor velho.
Sim.
Para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente pensamos que nesse caso esse mami que a gente vai fazer e você ao no do se você põe seu mano no dentro e também a gente vamos fazer o aie de afá
E rosso.
e rosso.
our natural forces are not fair representations of what they really are. For instance, if we say all that we have seen on the field should be classified as idols, and that implies evil, then it's as though it is meant for ill and nothing more. It cannot be the case. As I said earlier, a combination of these natural forces and the herbs cannot be taken for granted. It is scientific. It follows a lot of logic. And so it brings a lot of things to life. We can't just say this is evil. It is important for us to study what goes in there for our own good today. Similarly, the objectification of them as though they are passive, they don't do anything as against subjects that act, then it simply means these things are there's no use for them. No. What we have seen, what we have heard so far, tells us that these things have agency, they move, they get things done. Once you add the voice to it, it can be done, it will take effect. And so it will be really, really wrong, a great misnomer for us to accept that they are just evil, they are just objects, and let it rest that way. Thank you very much. Enuche abe eleke henyi be ni ale eki krapuche mele me kwesibe bokore me yenu kunya tade bi le bokore enuche kunya makrobe ya be ko so be evident le nyagbe me gbona be nu wala pele alo dola lo pele le nyagbe ni kame nu wala nya me ke wona nane afu pele alo dola ma fo wona kofi ko ama kofi dasie ama gugu no fi ko ya Nemi le goglobe, alodola ya enye, mia pemi ya, kemi le goglobe ya, abele konya kwa ama goglobe, kuma wale kule ko awo. Manu anye sigo. Nu yo me po, nu ya omi fa pole, nyanto mi akwa mkobe awo. Nko yi wo koko dale ojia, medeu. Eya kam hiya be mi strong chuan. Mi se ume, mi nya to sweep it, and all of a sudden the clouds would disappear. Similarly, if they want to perform a ritual and it looks like the place must be cleansed, then the same broom is used to purify the whole place. Okay? Nous yo katami vason cho miago, matwe miago go mi de enusron pelale. Nemi ko yakata ko kude de nya gborobe nya pe Dzoka alo tron kata kwa. Enu vodi onye nu mele kemele ko mewa. Me ko sebe de me nu ya me basran me ko sebe sikbe yo. Eya tani le gborobe. En ko ya wo le wona vieto
Did you know there's a voodoo shrine in the heart of Accra?
This is African Magic Temple, a voodoo shrine led by Bokor Christopher Voncujovi, a renowned voodoo and Afa priest who also happens to be an OG international magician from Hohwe, Ghana. He has performed across Asia and Africa, entertaining and inspiring tens of thousands with the joy and wonders of magic. In 2007, along with his family, he dazzled an audience filled with African presidents and world leaders during the African Union Summit in Accra. Now back to African Magic Temple.
For over 30 years, AMT has safeguarded and educated the world about authentic West African spiritual traditions rooted in Ewe Voodoo and Afa. Through thousands of hours of online content, AMT has made voodoo knowledge and practice more accessible while redefining the global narrative around the practice. We provide spiritual consultations,
Ancestral feeding rituals to honor your ancestors and empower yourself, as well as a range of various initiations.
Every year, AMT welcomes and supports practitioners and knowledge seekers from all walks of life on their journey to connecting and learning more about indigenous African spiritual practices, heritage, and philosophy. Through interactive and experiential shrine tours, AMT has hosted visitors from across the world, including groups from NYU's Public Health Masters Program and Birthright Africa, a diaspora organization based in the US. We are even working with the University of Bremen in Germany to repatriate stolen voodoo.
A soul is trying to come into the world to continue its journey towards godhood, and you have decided to stop it. What kind of soul, we don't know. When the child goes back and did not appear on the physical plane, it will blame you who has stopped its coming, and it will let your doors will be blocked, opportunities will not come, and if you are not lucky, you cannot have any child again. So many people have done many abortions and they still survive, but they carry it on, and so many bad things will be happening in their life, but they will not know, they will not even link it to that abortion. We are interceding on the children that have lost their life. We are punishing the people who stop them from existing so that they can now feel satisfied that someone had interceded on their behalf, and also because no voice has fought for them to say it was wrong. So when you do the ritual, the person who has committed this has now acknowledged that, oh yes, I made a mistake. And then the ritual is to appease the spirits of these aborted children, and everything will be fine. A soul is trying to come into the world to continue its journey towards godhood, and you have decided to stop it. What kind of soul, we don't know. When the child goes back and did not appear on the physical plane, it will blame you who has stopped its coming, and it will let your doors will be blocked, opportunities will not come, and if you are not lucky, you cannot have any child again. So many people have done many abortions and they still survive, but they carry it on, and so many bad things will be happening in their life, but they will not know, they will not even link it to that abortion. We are interceding on the children that have lost their life. We are punishing the people who stop them from existing so that they can now feel satisfied that someone had interceded on their behalf, and also because no voice has fought for them to say it was wrong. So when you do the ritual, the person who has committed this has now acknowledged that, oh yes, I made a mistake. And then the ritual is to appease the spirits of these aborted children, and everything will be fine.
sand entrar. Em a maneira que faz ao do Bokor velho, para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim, a gente pensamos que nesse caso essa mami que a gente vai fazer e você ao do se você põe seu mano no dentro e também a gente vamos fazer o aie de afá
e eroso.
E tudo vai ser muito forte.
Ok.
Entendeu?
Eu acho que eu entendi.
Isso. Sim.
Dinheiro. E bota. Eu tiro.
Sim.
Se vai pagar.
Pero pagar é diferente. Ok, like o preço do divinação separado. Mas no momento pode usar $1,
Isso.
$5, não assim. Isso não vale. Não importa, pero dinheiro.
Tu pode botar um pouco de cada um. Isso.
Checamos.
De Japão.
Japão.
É nacional? It is black, it gotta be national. No Japão, areia do praias preto.
Preto, né?
Preto, sim.
Black.
E também
Black.
Isso.
esse é soap.
Alfazema.
Alfazema.
O de colônia.
It smells good.
It's like for...
Mano, gosta, achei.
Pero é como sopa. How do you say? Soap?
Jabón.
Não,
It's all the perfume.
Água de perfume.
It's not
It's just like something I put for perfume, kind of.
strong smell. Is the Brazil? Maybe this.
Brasil. Um gin, Jordan, traz um gin aí.
This one? What?
Pode mandar. Tá bom.
It's okay.
Fica um banho muito cheiroso.
Cheiroso.
Okay. Smells very good.
Tá.
Aroma bom.
Christopher.
Boa noite.
Então, Tula é a água do Fá. Os 16 odores do Fado, 16 Fado. Do não. Não são eles a base do Fá. Vai comer não?
Sand entrar. Em a maneira que faz ao do Bokor velho.
Sim.
Para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente pensamos que nesse caso é essa mami que a gente vai fazer e você ao do se você põe seu mano no dentro e também a gente vamos fazer o aie de afá
E rosso.
e rosso. E tudo vai ser muito forte.
Ok.
Entendeu?
Eu acho que eu entendi.
Isso. Sim. So.
Dinheiro. E... bota. Eu tiro.
Sim.
Se vai pagar.
Pero pagar é diferente. Porque, like, o preço do divinação separado. Mas, no momento, pode usar $1,
Isso.
$5, não, assim. Isso não vale. Não importa, pero dinheiro.
Tu pode botar um pouco de cada um. Isso.
Checamos.
De Japão.
Japão.
Is that international? It is black, it gotta be international. No Japão, areia do praias preto. Preto?
Preto, né?
Preto, sim.
Black.
E também,
Black.
Isso.
esse é sopa.
Alfazema.
Alfazema.
O de colônia.
Ah,
It smells good.
it's like for...
Mano, gosta, ok.
Pero es como sopa. How do you say? Soap?
Jabon.
Não,
It's all the
perfume.
all the perfume.
Água de perfume.
It's not
It's
soap.
just like something I put for perfume, kind of.
Strong smell. Is the Brazil? Maybe this.
Brasil. Um gin, Jordão, traz um gin aí.
This one? Yes.
Pode mandar. Tá bom, tá bom.
It's okay.
Fica um banho muito cheiroso.
Cheiroso.
Okay. Smells very good.
Tá.
Aroma bom.
Christopher.
Boa noite.
Então, Tula é a água do Fá. Os 16 ou 2 do Fá, 16 Fá, do não. Não são eles a base do Fá. Vai comer não? Vamos.
Sand entra. Em a maneira que faz ao nodoho Bokor velho,
Sim.
para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente pensamos que nesse caso essa mami que a gente vai fazer e você ao nodoho. Se você põe seu mano no dentro e também a gente vamos fazer o aie de afá
E eroso.
e tudo vai ser muito forte.
Ok.
Entendeu?
Eu acho que eu entendi.
Isso. Sim. So.
Dinheiro. E bota. Eu tiro.
Sim.
Se vai pagar.
Pero pagar é diferente. Okay, like.
What are the differences between Eshu and Legba in 60 seconds in my view? The way I see it, these are about two different traditions. Legba in the voodoo traditions of Afa, Epe voodoo, and Fon in Benin land, as well as Asian voodoo, which call it Legba, and then Nigerian Isheshe or Lukumi practice, Orisha practice, that call it Eshu. Now, they both have a connection with Ifa or Afa, in that even in Epe voodoo, we call Legba Eshu Lalalu, as one of the praise names of Legba, and that can be seen as the Yoruba Eshu or La Ilu. Eshu is the wealth of the community. And so the connection within Ebe Voodoo traditions and Afa traditions and Isheshe or Lukumi practice is that Legba has some connection with Ifa or Afa. Now, from what I know, in the Lukumi system, they have different paths, many caminos of Elegwa or Eshu. In the Yoruba practice also, you have many kinds of Eshu also in the Yoruba practice. Now, Eshu Odara is seen, I've been told, by Isheshe practitioners as one of the main issues and an issue that accompanies Ifa. But in either case, in Ebe Afa, Legba goes with Afa.
What happens when community spirit and ancestry meet in one space? Last weekend, the Revolution community came together at Lakai Sacre to celebrate connection, learning, and ancestral remembrance, while deepening our sacred bloodline ties and strengthening our connection to the ancestors. The evening featured a Revolution film screening commemorating 10 years since its creation, sparking powerful conversations about Afro-spirituality, diaspora connections, and reclaiming ancestral wisdom. We gathered at the ancestral feeding altar for prayers, shared in a sacred feeding ritual, and closed the night with a communal dinner that nourished both body and spirit. It was a powerful celebration of roots, sacred lineage, and community, and this is only the beginning. The revolution continues.
What are the differences between Eshu and Legba in 60 seconds in my view? The way I see it, these are about two different traditions. Legba in the voodoo traditions of Afa,
power inside, but the watching itself has power.
Okay, it could be true, but they say because a watching is true, and everybody eats corn or akple in our communities. So if a watching is used as a prayer point, then if you who has also eaten this thing, you cannot be against it. You have eaten it already, so if you are against it, you cannot overpower it. That could be that. But you see, like photo in as the whole, quantum physics. A lot of people don't want to understand it, but we are getting there. Quantum in the sense that I will do something here. There is no connection, there is no wire, there's nothing, but it can happen back in the US and it will take practical effect. So it's actually a science, but our people weren't calling it science, and also the Europeans didn't call it science. So that's why we thought it wasn't science, but it was a science, or it is a science. You need to put certain things together to generate energy, to create a point where when you use word, then it takes it to wherever you directed it to.
Yes,
In French, before we go, what human beings, and the human being will be penetrated with the force of this world, and you found them die.
Unless you have given yourself to the Lord and are fortified by the Holy Spirit.
I believe that.
That's the power economy.
Mais un mot sur l'homme, et l'homme tombe, frissonne, tombe et meurt, pénétré par la force profonde.
No, that's because this conflict, we call it flower. Yeah, this flower. Many people, even on the field, it has been done. We perform this has been performed in order to call
Spirits.
not spirit, the ancestors.
Yes, they are also spirits.
Okay. You see, I
They are
am
also
Christian.
spirits.
I am Christian. That's why. So, in order to call the ancestors, so that they could allow them to speak to us.
Of course.
So they did it to call them because they are not. We were not there for any back purposes, and also they want to be free with us, to be open with us. They want to tell us because some of the time it is said you may not say some things the ancestor didn't allow you. You see, so if you ask them, they will let you say everything freely, for free. You see.
Yeah, because the Ave cosmology, the physical world is not that different from the spiritual world of the ancestors. They are all interwoven. That's why whatever we do, the ancestors are part of it in order to build on the old. The we build a new rope by looking at the old one and then continue. So we don't cut the ancestors off from our daily activities. When I wake up every morning before I go out to do anything, before I even get out of my room, I call upon my ancestors, the Vodus I work with. I call upon nature that they should guide you through the day and bring you back home safely. And I think that is for every culture. People call upon their ancestors, but even though they may not call it ancestral worshiping, but we, the English, or maybe also other Africans, we believe that our ancestors are not dead, only that their physical body is no more here, but their spirit body is always around. So we could always call upon them to work with us or give us guidance. That's what we activate energies so that they can be strong and act. Water doesn't do that. Water is peaceful. Yes. And Jachi doesn't do that.
Yes, so there was very good judge and far.
So to make the ejo, fire to burn is the appetition or the liquor. Then the spirits become active. Even in human beings, when people drink water and they drink alcohol, there's a difference.
And even in outdooring. So my son was outdoored, the Galway, and when he was 8 days old, my friend Kojusena was there, and he made him taste a bit of appetition.
Yes.
And a bit of water.
Honey
so
and water or something, yeah.
On the 8th day, Friday.
Yeah, because you. For the past few weeks, I've been busy with our Legba Dzoka project, which I went to do in Germany 2 years ago and also last year. And we are completing the program. So the German museum team came, and the professors from University of Ghana, University of Togo, University of Volta region, and then of course Netherlands and other places also came, and we were traveling Ghana and Togo, trying to encourage people to demand for their spiritual entities that were taken by the Germans. So since I was the person who actually the project started from, I had to go around with people to explain. And so that's what we've been doing. And that's why you haven't seen me very much sitting down here. But today, I thank God that I am back home and I am here. So please, I'm going to pour libation. And then after our libation, after the libation, you can now ask me questions and post your greetings and your comments. You are all very much welcome to African Magic Temple Revolution Voodoo Education live question and answer section. Thank you all very much. I am grateful. Who is that you blocked that you open? Is it ours?
No, please. I'm letting so that we can like it and show.
Okay. Okay, so here I go with my libation. Thank you all and thank the ancestors, the voodoos that had been with me through this few weeks. Oh, ago, mauga. Ago, mauga. Mauga sobolisa, medoago. Mauga kitikata, medoago. Mauga esse. Esse joto ame joto. Esse nanu ame, sete nanu ame. Omenofevi, dokonofevi. Omenofevi me bienanu, dokonofevi, ogbena olo dokonofevi me bienanu, omena.
vi ogbena o senye maybe anu mo gatenu mo la mesese pra gbe didi ngobo yi maybe ago ne di le ponyo no lo togwe mama o da pena mi lo me yo sheme ham fura sho pese mi fura sho bete me do ago yo abraxas me yo zi adre po do ago yo ta adre to be vi me kuna o wo ve soton o ve so ka me yo me do ago me yo mi no zo je anyiri zo kaka chikazi bo shi adre mi ala fa ba nya gboro mi lo akpi wenya gboro joro hon la mayo ra kekele wenya ingba ma jo flo la fo play ingba ma do di kaulo wenya bli me ma tekulo eteku etega o mayo akai gbechi ofe kai ngolo ba kai je ba kai busu ba kai trovo ba kai menyu ba kai dufio ba kai mami ata ba ka ga ba kai peli pa vi megba ahaja dolo akofre ba me do ju fie to ba instrument do ju mayo mi nuda o mayo mi hogba o be wa o kakwa o pe mi o zango mayo mi pe vi ra ke mi hogba se yora ke wo jo pata jo maku foke me vole mo je me vole fu do me gbere kokolo ko atole fo fo me jobo yin o hebe jobo yin me to aya mo lo mo ji o to anu kwara pe be yin le fe me to ma jo tu zo pe bu mo no te fere ka jo pata be ye le happy e jo vo va jo yin jo pata o pe fia jo pata me trona me gbe da mo lo afi fa gbe erili dina jo pata ne no anyi ape mi a ajolo jo pata yin ate fe me yo me si me bo ji o tu to gbe de nta fa pelu ti zugbolu ajima ogboju pe o do ja lo fe nko me Valentin Fafa me lo va lo Jonah pef agosapa teme yo atigele me yo goro do me la ken la fia le me yo me gansi se geja papa sese se to geje o me yo brahini me yo bobochi me yo ngbe me yo foli koko mo ke gbomle godo kluche kuma ko bla to bonyo kuto me fana mi lo mo ya to mi ko se poku aku ye no nyemeri ya ko so go foni ko geje tasenye amo si fusi jam ko so abra ko bra mama nye bojo ni ba to bonya ko ku kofi to bonya ku bia mensa mama nye dore fe ngbe peku no kuto me fana mi me yo epenye Celestine ya wakubia Katrina kubia fo ya sense ko do funi ya ben akubia kuto me fana mi lo e me yo ya sro mbo chucha kubia Cecilia kwene katafe mensa kuto me fana mi lo me yo awuno tuji bako tuji tobe tuji me yo kini hase ko ncha bara so bara kwena na kuto me fana me yo bako adafli so fa hu agbovi bako afacha ojoge hu le va po kuto me fana mi lo me yo togbe amaze hu le va po hu le gbe ya ga togbe amaze me yo togbe na ni tre tu le jita togbe Abraham je venu le chama to bako kuto me fana mi yo togbe fia to si mon kabila benyina si yeme yo amenga koku anatovi happy akosa baji kuto me fana mi yeme yo Harrison George ajohu yo boko komla agbovi kuto me fana gbogbo yo to boko komvi ajoge kuto me fana mi lo yeme yo chenye komla Ruben akubia kuto me fana mi gbogbo o me yo tre vivio me yo brahini vio gaje vio kubia vio gbe vio o ko vio bete po jibele bacho nya ngwa teshi mate turu carpenter road vio bete o po gono spinter road vio bete kuto me fana mi lo atepe me yo o abochi sakara kama chava be adogo o kotokoli ronko o wakunu maku o wagboro nu gbere to be yo ale acho o fran tamani o fifini kuma bisinkra o kufito jabaku o choto akuficho he kufi atra kable me yo me yo tobe ahugba to magba vodu to tora ho ibubu me asa pasa gidi kunyo hoto ko sinyo hoto kere kuma yo mi dagbe ji me yo mi lo asiji me yo mi lo la mesesen ji me yo mi lo agbeji me yo mi lo mi gbenya avon lo mi chire nya avon go ko dagbe vire gbe si dagbe ji me yo mi lo sia ye me yo aklaku ntosi me yo mi apeti keke me yo klogo ho chichi yo togbe glim do yo togbe pechu manyamni me samboto me yo ra keke agbeji me yo mi lo la mesese ji me yo mi lo asineva doneva la mesese neva agbere na agbetepera mi ngogbe yi neva na me yo amerika ko me yo mi apeti me yo amerika gba amerika dara ins bereka gbolo me yo legba ajigbosu zu me legba vi me yo mi apeti do ago dagbe ji me yo mi lo asiji me yo mi lo mina doneva mina la mesese neva mina agbere na mesia mesilo ya keke pokra mi le mi abenya nyu gbolo tagbe ya dabo abo manami ya dafa fo manami mi zo mi de fiato mi je gato mi awele ami mi lelo mereka me le mi lo egbe me ga me charge me gbo ubazi museum vodo pete me po harana mi sia mi ase bremen vodo pete me po harana mi lo mi ase cho mi de togo gbo mi la pe me atepe ape me to asie mi ya agble mi ya ape me ezido do ewunu ina afɔzine nɔ didi gongongongo enya teƒe me do ago eme yɔ gɔgli be ziwo tɔ nu ekpe xɔ ha ɖe na kekekekeke eye me yɔ danyigã abo danyi doɖo danyi kitikpo bi damanyi le seme danya me zã do ame kele me yɔ tsi dze tsi xoe tsi bɔ dzetɔ le tsi takpe mana me yɔ miawo pete keke danyigã abo danyi me yɔ ɖa keke lo me yɔ tsi guagua me yɔ tɔ be gbeƒu gbagba xɔ ha ɖe na miawo keke na gɔ dzɔ me yɔ misakumenɔ me yɔ miawo pete miawoe ƒo xlã mi lo miawoe nye agakpe gã me de me sia zakele manɔ miawo me eke mianɔ yo me asi ne ɖi dɔ ne va ame sese ne va gbe ɖe na gbeteƒe na mi ne mi wɔ nu mi kpɔta ne mi tsi asi mi kpɔta ne mi dzi vi mi kpɔta ne mi de koklo kpokpoa ne yɔ mi de dɔko kpokpo ne yɔ mi de gbɔkpo ne yɔ gom hala mata hala awusawo be fia adɔ gɔme gã be yɔ miawo pete ɖa kekekekeke senu mata ala be yɔ ɖa kekekeke sia dagbe dzi me yɔ afa na godo afa gboma jesu okpekpe zukpekpe le tɔme zo le me eda kpa vidi me yɔ kpɔli gbe meji yeku meji woli meji di meji loso meji mɔli meji abla meji akla meji guda meji sa meji ka meji trukpe meji tula meji lete meji tse meji fu meji tse tula me yɔ klebo bi ɖe ke ŋkɔ tɔba ɖe o bɔ me tɔba ɖe nya ɖe ma ƒoe ne di lo dagbe dzi me yɔ mi do sia ame sese kai ana mi lɔ aklama tɔgbe abla kpo ya pete mi xɔ aha lo zadagli kpe sese bɔ nɔvia kpe ɖe do gati nɔvia kpe yome ayi ɖe kpe homo abe na zu tubu eyɔ mi na be enye gbome enye motrɔ enye gbesa xɔ ha ɖe na mi kongo asi ne di lo Yo, thank you very much, everybody. And we are here now. I have finished pouring libation to the ancestors and the spirits around me. Thank you all very much. And I can see that we have people, Dangrin Batesima. Say good evening, Father. Hello, Dangrin Batesima. Good evening to you. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. And I have Nikote, who is following the host. And then Dagrin Batesima is a great explanation, Father. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And then again, the Dagrin Batesima followed the host. I earlier saw my big mama, my big sister, Uari also join briefly, but maybe she will come back later. Thank you very much, Kunyuari. Kumakap, Sawadikap. Pourquoi ça me fait dans le fil? Avec dans les. Okay, so these are some of the videos of the Legba Dzoka team from Utrecht University visit Bokor Christopher's Voncujovi at Afrikan Magick Temple. Yes, when they were in town, they took the opportunity to visit the Afrikan Magick Temple. And I think you have seen the videos, and where our teachings and our learning continue, even though we have other projects, but they are learning every day. Thank you very much. And then we are on Facebook. Is it Facebook? YouTube. We are on YouTube now, and I have a Green Mama sauce or secure? Sauce. Green Mama sauce. Green Mama sauce is Afa the same as Ifa? Yes, it is. We are Avis, and we call it Afa. The Yorubas call it Ifa. Thank you. So when I'm talking, is people still hearing me, or you're playing the video for now?
No, they can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. The thing is not very clear. It's fuzzy. It's a network. Oh, what is happening?
On the browser.
On the browser?
Yes. I have to put it on.
Okay. I think it's much better now.
Yes,
So we don't have any questions as at the moment. So I will just use this opportunity to teach about ancestors. One of our sisters had asked me a question, I think it was last night, because she saw a post by a gentleman who is at Igbo, who said that not all people who died are ancestors or become ancestors, that there are only some few people who can be considered ancestors in the Igbo cosmology. And I have agreed with him, because all that he said is not wrong. He was right. But somehow in every cosmology, everybody who has passed on, sometimes not even family line, but people who were close to you, can be considered ancestors. And I think I have talked about this many times. But it is also very true that not everybody who died can be prayed to as an ancestor. The reason being that when you are on this earth, or you are born into this world, it is the works that you do here that will make people to respect you. And people who had contributed to human progress, to the progress of the community, are held in a very high honor. And these are the people, when we pray to our ancestors, we call these names. So we don't just call anybody who died when we are praying. Of course, they are all ancestors, but we only pay homage and respect to the people who have made a change or changes in our lives and in the lives of other people. That's why we in every culture, we call all of them ancestors, but we don't mention them all in our libation. The people that you will regard as an ancestor may be different from the person or the people that I will regard as an ancestor. Because the people who had made a change in my life and they are no more are the people that I will pour libation to, because of them I am where I am today. My mother, my father, my grandfathers, I pour libation to them because it is because of them I am here today. So I pay homage to them. They are ancestors. But maybe somebody also from my family who may not benefit from these people that I call ancestors may not pay homage to them. They will also pay homage to the people that they revere and respect as ancestors. So ancestors are people who pass on, but it is not all ancestors that we pray or pour libation to. We pour libation to the ones that have made change in social life, in political life, in our communities, has brought change. These are the ones that we pour libation to. And your ancestors, the people you regard as your ancestors, may be different from the people I regard as ancestors, because we are all looking from a different angle. Thank you very much. And then we have our sister Zil Harrison. Good morning from Los Angeles, Mr. Bokor. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much, Sister Zil. We are very grateful that you joined. Thank you for all that you are doing. I am grateful and I'm happy that you are here. And then we have Ancestral at 008400. Blessings, Papa. Hello, blessings to you, Ancestral at 00840. I'm very happy and grateful that you joined today's section. Happy. And then we have who again? We have a living deity joining the program. Yeah. Thank you all. And then we have Green Mama Sauce. saying, "Thank you, sir, for the question." She asked whether Afa is the same as Ifa. And you might have been seeing some videos where my children, Sena, and Bokor Pele, they've been traveling. They were in New York to do ancestral feeding for people. And after New York, they went to, Sena went to Bermuda to do some Mamiwata initiation for his friend and colleague at school. And then from there, they went to El Salvador, and then Colombia, and then now they are in Brazil, somewhere in Brazil, and they're learning about Mamiwata. That was actually an Ewe root Mamiwata, and I think Sena was recently, yesterday, or 2 days ago, initiated into Nana Densu, which is actually a Mamiwata in the eastern region of Ghana. It's a River Densu's Mami. And Sena was already from his initiation. He's been kind of connected to Densu, and Bokor Adafli so had also given him some Densu spirituality. So now he discovered a man, a Bokor, who is from Brazil. He's originally a Brazilian, and he has traveled to Brazil with his junior brother Bokor Pele for they want to continue learning about Ewe spirituality in the diaspora. So that's the journey they are on. So if you see some of the videos, yeah, that's what they are doing. All these things were from the Ewe original who actually has gone into the diaspora, and they are tracing this Ewe spirituality in the diaspora to see what they do and how it is done over in the diaspora. Thank you all very much for joining us. So please post your questions so that I can be able to answer you. On YouTube, we haven't gotten any distance yet. Begin. This. Play some videos. What you want to?
The Clubhouse.
The Clubhouse.
Yes.
Are we getting people at the Clubhouse? mind sharing highlights of what happened? Happened where? You have to be specific so I can know what you mean. Is it the Legba Dzoka? Or it's just a conference that we are going around to meet other priests who are still practitioners and then to ask them to see if they have recognized some of the voodoos that are being kept in the German museums and ask them if they are still making these voodoos or are they still using these voodoos to work. And most of them were still using this same voodoo, so they can still make them. And then also to ask them if they are willing that these voodoos that have been kept in the European museums for over 100 plus years should be brought back to their original places that they came from. So most people, I think almost 99.9% of the practitioners had agreed that they should be brought back to where they came from. And we had Christians, pastors. We also have Reverend Fathers who also were at the meetings, plus the practitioners, and all of them, even the Christian pastors, wanted them to be brought back. The Reverend Fathers also wanted them to be brought back because this is we, the Ewe peoples, our identity, the identity of we, the Ewe people, and we will want them to be brought back so that we can learn and our children can learn, and also to demystify the fact that our tradition was evil. Because now, before it is a new awakening, I'll even call it a renaissance, in the sense that now, before the Ewe is beginning to awake from this big sleep that the European had put us into. Yeah. Yeah, of course, there are some people who will say, no, if they bring them back, they will disturb us. How can you have a very big God that is the supreme God and is so powerful more than any other God? You belong to that God and you are afraid that a small voodoo, when it is brought back to where it originated from, will come and disturb you. Then what kind of God have you been worshiping all these years that could not protect and defend you from a small voodoo? And you are scared that if they are brought back, they will disturb you. Disturb you in which way? But you are the one who is on the rooftops shouting that you have a great God, a God that is more than any other God. Sometimes there is reality, and then sometimes also there is illusion. Our people had been put into an elusive state where they never know what is reality and what is a dream. So they had always been shouting that I have a great God, or God has helped me do this, do that. But when small voodoo is supposed to be brought back to the land where it was taken from by the European, you are scared of it, that it will come and disturb you. Disturb you in which way? That is its home. It's just like a stranger comes and stole your things away, and you got your thing back from there and say, oh, don't bring it to the house, because if you bring that thing back to the house, it will disturb me. Thank you very much. And then we have okay, who say, by the way, every time I have gone to Clubhouse to join the live stream, it is not there to click on. Yes, Zeal, because the Clubhouse is really not working very well for us. Sometimes when we put it on, we have only you or another person. That's why we decided to not to be doing it. But however, if you still wish to have it Clubhouse, we can still put it on so that you can connect there. So Bokor, come and take the phone. Maybe somebody. Let me get it for you. It's inside turn the whole thing towards you. Yeah, turn it here. Yeah, it's there. It's just there. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And then we have a Dagrin Betesima. I said, please, can I join you, Papa? Yes, of course. You can join us when we are doing our rituals, or you want to come and join me here on Sundays. Yes, you can. And then Zil Harris said, yes, the conference you are talking about, yes, thank you. And thank you too for that question. And then Dagrin Betesima, what can I do to be a member, Papa? Oh, we don't have a membership. African Magic Temple does not have a membership. We are an open shrine, and we do our teachings in physical way as well as online. So we never had a membership, and nobody is a member of African Magic Temple. It's an organization I form, but I don't form an organization whereby people have to become members, because once you begin to have membership, say I am a member, then positions have to come, and then envy and jealousy have to come, and all kind of things will come with it, and tricks, and all that you know will join it. You are free to learn from African Magic Temple. You have a problem you want to address, or you have a challenge that you want to address, we are there to help, but there's no membership like how organizations are formed, like cults and lodges are formed and people become members. African Magic Temple, once you are initiated into any of our voodoos, you are already a member. I will say that we don't have an organized membership. Anyone who is initiated into any of African Magic Temple's voodoos has access to African Magic Temple in every way to be able to connect with us and ask questions and do consultation and everything with us. That's how it is. Thank you very much. And then we have Kenzie. Can you move the cursor? No, up. Send it up small. Kenzie Nana said, thank you very much, Daddy, and thank you to Kenzie Nana. I hope you are doing well. And then we have Scott Money, say, became the number 4 fan in the Scott Money became the number 4 fan in the fan club. Okay, and then Scott Money sent a heart me ×1. Thank you very much, Scott Money. We are grateful. And then we have Ancestral at 00840. I would love to have a one-on-one conversation with you. I am always around. You book an appointment and you can always have me to have one-on-one conversation. There's no problem about that. And then Dagrim Betesima said, great explanation, Papa. And location, we are on the Spintex Road in Accra, Ghana. And you can find our telephone number in our profile on TikTok, on Facebook, YouTube. Our numbers are there. You can call and then book an appointment, and they will grant you a time that you can come. Thank you very much. Then Scott Money said, I sent man. I love you so much ×1. We are very grateful. I am very, very grateful. And then okay, earlier that Scott Money was saying, you are right, Papa. Thank you. And then we have Scott Money again saying that I love you so much ×1, and sent a TikTok emoji ×2. I'm grateful. Then we have our big sister Luna Nicole, say, pleasant Papa and AMT family. I'm grateful to join you all for today's session. Thank you very much, big sister Luna Nicole. Thank you for joining today's session. I am very happy that you are here. I have spoken about the question you had asked me about ancestors, who is an ancestor and who is not an ancestor. I have spoken about it, just like what I have sent to you on WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Then we have Bokor Chibuzo in Lagos. And good evening, Papa. Hello, Bokor Chibuzo. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today. I hope you and your family members are all fine, doing well. We are grateful that you joined today's session. I've been away for a while, but I'm back here now. Thank you all. And then we have Dagrin Batisima saying, okay, thank you very much, Dagrin Batisima. We are very grateful for everything. I think Senna is sending some videos again from Brazil. I'm going to send it to you. So Zil, we are now back on Clubhouse. So you can join Clubhouse if you want to join us through Clubhouse. We are just now on Clubhouse. Okay, we have a Green Mama Sauce saying, can you explain what to expect when getting an AFA reading? I wanted to sign up for one soon. Okay, you see, in AFA reading, it is what you ask AFA to tell you is what AFA will tell you. So, supposing someone is sick or someone having some challenges and having whatever, and the person wants to know what is going on in their life. Okay, for instance, someone is not finding the correct way or the right way in their life. They are experiencing challenges or whatever. Even if you want to eat food and you want to ask Afa, when I eat food, this food, what am I going to get out of it? Or how should I eat this food so that when I eat it, I'll get the most benefit out of it? That Afa is a divination tool for like a pathfinder, one that shows the way. So whenever you are asking Afa, whatever you ask Afa to know about is what Afa will tell you. So it's not like I can tell you that you should be expecting to see this. One thing you should all understand, that Afa is not like people who call themselves diviners who are sitting on the roadside, and then when you come, they have to tell you things that make you very happy. Then you are happy that they say, oh, in your future you are going to get a good husband. In this you are going to get that. No, Afa doesn't do its work like that. Afa is a mathematical divination tool. And whatever oracle falls, or Odu, or Afadu, as Eves call it, the Yorubas call it Odu, we the Eves will call it Afadu. Whatever Afadu falls for you is what the diviner or the Bokor will decode and tell you what is inside. So we cannot tell what Afa, we cannot tell you what to expect when you do an Afa reading. It is whatever you want to know is what Afa will talk about. What I wanted to know from Fa may be different from you or from yours. So you have to, when you make the reading, before you will know what it would say. So when you are doing an Afa reading, make sure you state your case very clear. Things that you are confronting you or you are confronting, and then ask Afa at the end of saying all your grievances. Then you ask the Afa oracle that what should I do to overcome these challenges, or what should I do to be a winner in whatever I am about to do or I am doing? What should I do to make life comfortable for me when these challenges are confronting me? That then Afa will go behind the scene and give you all that is happening in your life, the root cause of where that challenge is coming from, and then Afa will now give you directions ideas, things you should do if you want to overcome the challenge that is confronting you. That's how Afa is. So when you do Afa reading, you are expecting Afa to tell you what to do to overcome the challenge that you are facing. As simple as that. Thank you very much. Then Green Mama Sauce said 100% fast, probably something that I had said earlier. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, we have Zeal on our Clubhouse here. Zeal Harris is on the Clubhouse. And I think there was someone earlier, but the person left. Okay, so I'm going to send us this into Bokor side to see if you can break them down. He just sent this one, so have a look at it and see. I've forwarded it to you, I think. Yeah. Okay, I think Zeal wants to say something. Okay. Yes, Zeal, I think I say is now on speaker. Okay, go ahead, Zeal. You have to position yourself well because the connection between yourself and us is very poor. So now maybe it's better.
Okay.
Now it's okay. Yeah, you can talk now.
Oh, okay. All right. It's been a long time since I've been on here.
Yeah, sure.
Every time that I've gone, because I usually would go here first, it didn't seem there was anything to click on, and I would go to Facebook,
Okay.
and something would, or TikTok, and something would be happening, but then nothing would be happening, and it seems like for a long time. I don't know how long, but like for a long time.
Yeah, it's because usually we're not having people on Clubhouse anymore, so we have not been putting the connection on. That's why. But because you have asked,
Okay.
that's why we just put it on. So it's fine. Thank you, and sorry that we
Okay.
have not been here for some time.
Okay. If it's gonna go away, that's fine. I just didn't know.
Not that it's going to go away. If we will have people coming on it, then of course we'll be putting it on, because before we were very much on Clubhouse, and Clubhouse have changed their I don't know what to call it, but they've changed a whole lot of things, and everybody went off Clubhouse. And we tried.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out how to get to stuff. It doesn't. It's a little confusing.
Yeah, so we tried to get in touch with them, but we didn't get any positive response. So we decided not to use it. Then later we heard that it is back to where it used to be before. So we joined again, and we don't find many people joining the Clubhouse. That's why we don't really put it on. But for your sake,
Okay.
we will be putting it on from now onwards.
Okay. So just to let you know, I'm making pancakes at the same time that I'm talking right now.
Okay. So are you going to send
So
us?
I'm trying to hold my iPad.
Are you going to send us some?
Maybe one of these days. Maybe.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
But yeah, what I wanted to ask about was the art again, because I remember I was on the live stream a couple years ago when the museum people in Europe were on the stream, and the conversation was kind of about, one of the takeaways that I had from that conversation was that it was rituals should be done to determine where the entities, the art wanted to be.
Yeah.
And then also there was a conversation about tracking stories on them. And I thought it was an amazing conversation and like very idealistic at the same time. And I just wanted to kind of ask about that part of things, like the idealistic part.
Okay, so far what we have done is my team was in Germany 2 times at the museum, and we identify the spirits or the icons or the artworks that were there, those that are spiritual entities, and those are just pure art carvings. We have identified them, and also we have also identified their origin, the places where the missionaries took them from. And the second phase was to go into these communities where these things had been taken off, to interview people if they are still willing to get these things. They want these artifacts or spiritual entities to come back into their communities, and also to know whether they are still doing what their ancestors did. And to our surprise, most areas, people are still doing exactly what the ancestors did. And what the Germans have taken away does not mean that we have stopped creating and making use of those voodoos. And also the people, most people, especially practitioners, would want this to be brought back to the community so that they can learn more about how the artistic ways that the ancestors were able to manufacture and create these voodoo items or icons. But when you speak with the Christian communities who were converted in the olden days, the conversion made them now to be afraid of themselves. They don't want anything that came from their community that was taken away to come back to the community, because they are scared that when they come back, they will disturb them. And this is mainly the Christian community. And then my question was that if you are claiming to have a super God or supreme God, a powerful God that is powerful than all other gods, why are you scared of a small entity that was created in your community and was taken away? Now you are scared that if that small entity comes back into the community, it will disturb you. So where is your God? Where is the power of the God you have been proclaiming all along?
And so you mentioned that there were some Christian practitioners who did want to see the things returned.
No, the Christian practitioners that came to the conferences, they want the items to come back. Because they also...
What were the reasons that they said?
No, they wanted it to come back because it is our identity as Ewe people, as Black people. It's our identity. We cannot leave this thing just because it is Christians who have taken them away, and then it should be gone. It should come back to the communities where they came from.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only the ordinary Christian on the street and that is scared of saying that, well, when they bring them, they will disturb us. And some Christians say they should bring them, but they shouldn't bring them to the community. They should keep them in the museums in Accra.
Oh, understandable. Yeah. Okay, and then I have another question in general, and I've seen some statistics showing that Orisha practice is, anything centered around Orishas is growing in the diaspora, like in the Americas. But I wonder if people are talking there about the sort of like revitalization or return or growth of African traditional spiritual practices there.
Yes, of course. That's what the topic was, recapitalizing African spirituality. That was the current topic that we are holding. And, the Orisha and the Vodou are the same. The Eves call spirits Vodou, and the Yorubas call it Orisha. There's not any difference between them. It's the same thing. It's only that the language is different. The Yoruba language is different from Ewe language. That's why the words are different, but it means the same thing. So recapitalizing African spirituality is what is our topic now, and we are trying to make our people, and we were even surprised that the Christian, the pastors and the Roman Catholic fathers that came to the conference were in a very high desire that this item should be brought back. And I had even spoken personally with some of them, and they said that, of course, they are Christians, but that doesn't mean that our traditional spirituality should be lost. And they encourage us to make sure they are brought back to the communities where they were taken from. So
that's so great to hear.
That alone is encouraging, because a lot of people have seen Christianity now as a fake and something that was used to deceive our ancestors or our fathers and mothers in the past. And if they were able to keep our traditional spiritual entities for all this long, why did they keep them? If there were such evil thing, why were they keeping them? Maybe they will tell you that they were studying them, and for 100 and something years, what are you studying about it and you don't know yet? But from my own yes, from my own point of view, I believe very strongly that the European is just trying to find out how these things were working and are still working. That we went to the museum, we were able to communicate with some of them, and whatever they told us, we checked it on the physical plane and it was real. So they are wondering, how are these things working? How come our people can communicate with inanimate objects and be able to find answers and results? So my personal view is they are trying to find a way to understand that. And it is going to be very difficult for them to know how to do it, because for you to be able to understand Voodoo or Orisha, you must become part of it. You cannot be outsider and write about it and get the correct answers. You can only write from a point of hearsay. When people say something, then you say, oh, this Voodoo priest or priestess said this. But for you to be able to know what Voodoo is and how it works, unless, and of course, you must become part of it. If you are not part of it, you can write, but you will not get the real picture, because you don't have experience. It is always said that experience is the best teacher. So people who are willing to have experience are the only people who can actually write properly. But apart from that, people can write from a hearsay point, but that will not tell the whole story.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for the question. I'm very grateful. Yeah. And then we have Julius Kofi 2000 following the host, and then we have Big Sister Luna Nichols. I appreciate you for responding to my question, Papa. Thank you very much, Big Sister Luna. And then, Papa, where is that they desire to place the Voodoos upon their return from Germany? Yes, that's a big question we are talking about now. But then we, as the people who are people who the project is all about, we first want them to come back. And when our governments request for them, when they come back, we will escort them and bring them back to the communities where they were taken from. There are chiefs still alive. There are chiefs in each community where they sing, and there are also practitioners in these communities. The chiefs and the opinion leaders in these communities will arrange where to keep their spiritual entities. But if we want to say that because we don't know where to keep them, they should stay in Europe, then we are not doing them any justice. Because the Europeans are trying to say that, oh, if we give them back to you and you send them back home, you will not be able to protect and keep them as we had. And then our argument is that our people had been keeping this thing for ages before you came to take them away. And the knowledge that our people had used in keeping them is still with us. And we will be able to use that same knowledge to keep them, because there are people who are still practitioners, who are still having these voodoos and keeping them from their grandfather's time. And so we will. And another argument is that, okay, then the community will come together and build a museum or build a place where they will store this thing. But this is not the main problem. The main problem is for the Europeans to agree with our governments to send our entities, our spiritual entities, icons, and ancestral heritage back to us. That's what matters now. Where to keep them, we will. Yes, Big Sister Luna Nicole, they are trying to figure out how they work, but it is impossible for them to know how they work because they cannot understand unless they want to become part of this. And also, before they can become part of Vodou, they must have certain, our people will put them in a certain position that if they use it against us, it will turn against them. Yeah. If they use whatever secret that may be passed on to them against us, it will backfire. And I believe and I know very strongly that no one is going to teach them anything about it. For my side, we are not going to teach them anything about them. Thank you all very much for the questions. And let's check Facebook and see if we have any questions there. No question on African Magic Temple. Okay. Revolution Vodou. No question on Revolution Vodou education. And then we go to YouTube, and I think Green Mama Sauce, he said, okay, thank you, sir. Thank you to all of you. And then we have GIS FX. It's a good evening, sir. Hello, GIS. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the live session. I'm grateful. I hope you and your loved ones are good. You're welcome to the program. Did you copy the videos that Senna sent?
Yes, please.
You can play them for a while, and then we can go on, wait for people to.
Yes,
Okay, GISFX is I am fine, sir. And you? I am also good. Thank you very much. And Big Sister Luna Nicole said, how are you feeling, Papa, after traveling? Has your sleep pattern returned to normal? Yes, I am okay. I can sleep well. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you very much for the concern. I'm grateful. Mm. Okay, I think it's charging small. Okay, come here, Makwa. Hello, Makwa. Reduce the. Okay, wait, Bokor should come. Okay, it's good now. Then we have a GIFX. Please, can you talk about the initiation on Afa and Minona? I don't know any initiation about Minona. I don't have any idea. I have never been initiated into Minona, so I cannot talk about what I don't know. However, Afa initiation is when you are taken into Agbodo Zoo and then you come across your oracle that you came, or your destiny in this world, your destiny to discover what the purpose of your life on this planet or in this phase of life is. That's all that Afa initiation is. I've never known any initiation into Minana, so I cannot talk about that. And the GFS said, thank you, sir. Thank you too for that question. You know, it's not that a person who is Bokor is initiated into everything that is about every spirituality. You people have to understand that. Or somebody who is a Huno does not mean they are initiated into everything that is in the spirituality. If the person is initiated into any particular deity, that deity is the one that the person will work with. There may be many other deities that are there, but since he is not introduced or initiated into them, there is no way he can know much about them. If the person is going to talk about what he is not initiated into, he will only be talking about a hearsay. And I, as a person, through my own personal experiences over many, many years in this spiritual work, I do not like to talk about what I don't know about, because I cannot defend what I will talk about. But what I know, what I have been initiated into, what I practice, what I have had experience with, that I can defend. Yeah. Is that from my room? Okay. I have used this one to still, it's not coming. This is also a very good one. This one is from Japan, but it's not coming. This head. So I don't know whether this is what is the problem, or please try it again and see. Yeah, use this and see, because otherwise it will go off soon. Push it well so that it locks well. No, that part, the yellow part, push it well so it locks inside well. Because otherwise you put it inside, it will not come. Okay, let's try it again. No. It's not coming. This thing has always had problem. I don't know why people you still use this. It has always had problem. Because all this is going in and none of them is working. Anyway. Use the other charger cable and see if it will work with this one. There, those are the ones you were using first. Use them again and let's see. It's charging on this one. It's charging here.
I think it's going very low, so it will take time to
Okay, we use another one, let's see. Because I can see it charging here, and I don't see why it is not charging on there. You feel that it's gone low, but usually when it is even low, when you put it, it has to show green. And the green is what shows that it is charging, but let's see. Check and see if it's charging.
It's showing that it's getting power. So
But it can be getting power, but it will not be charging. It will be slow. Because it is it because of this? Anyway, let's concentrate on what we are doing.
I suggest we just give it some time.
Okay. Okay, so we have GIS FX. They say, how much can someone initiation on Alpha in your temple? Our temple is very expensive. But if you want to get how much it will cost, then you need to book an appointment and we will tell you what it will cost you. I don't discuss it on the air. Because there are so many people out there who are copying us. So we are very careful with certain things because we don't want people to, because there were so many people who were learning from me, but then today they all open their own shrines, even though they have not learned anything. And they are the same very people who were in trouble when they came to our place, and we have helped them to get out of their challenges and all this thing. And today they have turned up against us and set up kind of pseudo shrines, deceiving people that they are spiritualists, whereby they have not even gone through anything. We did not initiate them to become priests, but they chose to become priests and work for other people. So we are very careful when we are discussing our money matters here. If you are interested in getting initiation, contact our number and they will communicate with you. Reduce the font. there is this thing that's a line on the. Listen, I don't know where that line came from. Maybe if it's not showing in your, listen, then it's okay.
No. Sorry, that's the
different
questions. Sorry, it's
okay.
called.
It's okay. Okay, if it's not showing there, then it's fine. Okay, do we have any new question there?
Yes.
Okay, somebody, I think Green Mama Sauce said, can you tell us something more about Mama Chamba story? Is it? Yes. Please remove don't remove the highlight. Can you tell us a little about Mama Chamba? Sorry, the spelling. I don't know so much about Mama Chamba. I only heard Mama Chamba mostly from the diasporans. But in my own particular practice for all these years, closer to 50 years, I have not really come around what people call Mama Chamba. But that doesn't mean that it does not exist. I know that we have what we call in Ewe Voodoo, Chambaga. Chamba. Chamba people are a tribe, an ethnic group in Ghana, Togo, in the northern part of Ghana, northern part of Togo, and probably also in Burkina Faso. They are the Chambas. And a lot of the Chambas have interacted with the Ewe people from time immemorial. This bracelet that I am wearing, the one that we designed at the back of our logo, is called Chambaga, means the metal of the Chamba people. The Chambaga, that is its name in Ewe, means it is the Chambas who made, who actually introduced this metal bracelet into our Ewe spirituality, or our Ewe people got this particular three-colored bracelet from the Chamba people. But the Mama Chamba as a voodoo, I don't know anything about it. I've never even seen any shrine called Mama Chamba, but I've been hearing from people, especially from the diaspora, and so I don't know what to talk about it when I don't know it. Yeah. The Chamba metal is used to represent any kind of voodoo that uses this particular style of bracelet or metal, or the three color is in. And if your voodoo tells you to use it as a voodoo, or use it as a representation of that voodoo, then we do. But generally, people talk about Mama Chamba, but I don't have anything about Chamba. But I know Chamba people are an ethnic group. I have lived with some of them in my childhood, but then I don't know any Mama Chamba voodoo. I'm sorry. Okay, so GISFS is say, all right, sir, thank you for the question. He asked whether how much Afa initiation in our temple. Afa is spelled AFA. That is how it is spelled in Ewe, AFA, and in Yoruba it is spelled IFA, Ifa, and it is Afa in Ewe, AFA, not APHA. Yeah. Okay, play these videos that Senna and Pele just sent here so I can see it also.
Yes.
em a maneira que faz ao nodoho Bokor velho.
Sim.
Para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente pensamos que nesse caso essa mami que a gente vai fazer e você ao nodoho. Se você põe seu mano no dentro e também a gente vamos fazer o aie de afá
e erosu.
E tudo vai ser muito forte.
Ok.
Entendeu?
Eu acho que eu entendi.
Isso. Sim. So. Em a maneira que faz ao nodoho Bokor velho.
Sim.
Para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente pensamos que nesse caso essa mami.
And this is Pele on the Afam mat. I think they are doing divination. And he's trying to translate it in Portuguese.
E tudo vai ser muito forte.
Oh, why? Is it my? This thing is cover. So now it's okay.
So. Em a maneira que faz ao nodoho Bokor velho.
Sim.
Para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente pensamos que nesse caso essa mami que a gente vai fazer e você ao nodoho. Se você põe seu mano no dentro e também a gente vamos fazer o aie de afá
e erosu.
E tudo vai ser muito forte.
Ok.
Entendeu?
Eu acho que eu entendi.
Isso. Sim. So. Em a maneira que faz ao nodoho Bokor velho.
Sim.
Para isso vai ser mais ou melhor. Sim. So, a gente
In here is different types of initiations around the world, but they all have their roots in Ewe Voodoo. So my children are now exploring the world and going from one place to another to find the sources, or it's not the source, but how Ewe Voodoo had influenced different cultures around the world. Yeah, so that's what you are seeing there.
I'm playing other ones too. I want to play other ones.
Yeah, let me see what is the other ones if I can. I think this is Bokor Sena. Yeah.
Tu pode botar pouco de cada uma.
So just like how we do it here, they add different rivers, water from different rivers to mash the herbs in order to get the energy from all the different mami waters that are in those rivers. Yeah.
It's black, it's gotta be an ocean. No Japão, areia do praias preto. Preto,
né?
Preto, sim.
Black.
E também
Black. Isso.
esse é soap.
Alfazema.
Alfazema.
Maybe you can play the sound that they are speaking.
It smells off.
like for.
Mano, okay.
Pero es como un sopa. How do you say? Soap?
Jabón.
Não,
It's
perfume.
all the perfume.
Água de perfume.
It's just like something I put for perfume, kind
Strong
of.
smell. Is the Brazil? Maybe this.
Brasil. Gin, Jordan, traz gin aí.
This one? Yes.
Pode mandar. Tá bom.
It's okay.
Fica banho muito cheiroso.
Cheiroso.
Okay. Smells very good.
Tá.
Aroma bom.
Christopher.
Boa noite.
Então, pula é a água. Tu pode botar um pouco de cada um.
So we can get something, yeah. Okay, public relation there, Doji. Yeah, say, what did they say? Say, Papa, good morning from Las Vegas. From Vegas. Hello, Doji, how are you? Thank you very much and hope you are fine. Like, me for. Wait. Thank you. So there is Big Sister Luna Nicole says, Senna is all over the place, Papa. Good on him for having the ability to travel. Yes. He is just following in my footsteps, like how when I was his age, I had traveled around the world looking for spirituality here and there. And I think that same spirit is driving him to seek more for knowledge, for wisdom in every culture, in such a way that when he one day sits down and wants to teach, he will be able to talk from his personal experiences than just talking from other people's experience. Experience is always the best teacher, and I'm happy that they are going around the world learning from other cultures how this voodoo work is done. I'm grateful, Big Sister Luna Nicole. And then DJ says, I have questions on AMT on Facebook. So let's see what is the question, DJ, for real. Say on Facebook, on African Magic Temple. Go to African Magic Temple, let's see. It has not come.
No.
Okay, DJ, there is no. This is Revolution Voodoo Educational. Said African Magic Temple. That's African magic. So there's all those four like is what is it not any question? Okay, let's go back to TikTok. Okay, DJ, we couldn't find your question on the Facebook, African Magic Temple on Facebook. So please, you can send the question again to African Magic Temple or to TikTok, and I will answer. And then we have our sister Zil Harris. Please explain again how voodoo can work for large groups of people instead of just for individuals. Voodoo is not actually made for the large group of people. That's one thing you all have to take into consideration. If different people come together, okay, I think that's the question. I think when different people or individuals who are practicing voodoo come together and put their minds together for something, then it becomes a communal thing. But voodoo is not a religion. It's a way of life of a group of people, the Ebe people. So voodoo simply being spirit. And the person who practices spiritual practices is called a huno, or somebody who is dealing with spirit, huno. So the voodoo as a word is just the word for spirit, or a spirit that liberates a community. So take, for instance, in my house, I have my voodoos. Their work is to work for me, work for my children, and work for people who come into the shrine seeking assistant or spiritual assistant. We have a voodoo we call a Legba or Duli or Apeli. It's the same thing. This voodoo is actually set up for the community, so that all the people who lives in that community, that voodoo will work for them. Apart from people's individual voodoos that they have in their personal houses or at home, that a Legba, a Duli, Apeli, Woba, or whatever they call it, works for people. So if a group of people come together and decide that, okay, they want to set up a voodoo that will work for them, then that so may it be. But most of the time, voodoo is an individual relationship with the spirit world. It's not like a religion where people are forced to be part of it. If you want to be part of it, it's fine. If you don't want to be part of it, they will tell you, then you should excuse yourself so that those who are interested will do it. And if you are not interested, they will not force you to be there, because it will not work for you if you are not interested. It's not based on faith, but it is based on practice, and a practical practice that brings out the gains and benefits of voodoo. So if a voodoo will be used for, will be used for a community, then the whole community must come together and be part of it. Then they can see the benefit of that voodoo. That's what voodoo is. So if a person wants a voodoo to work for a group of people, then the group of people should all get involved, or it should be done for the group of people, and they will see the benefit. I don't know whether I answered your question very well, Zil. Yeah. Then we see DJ say, what is be and adagana? Be, the word be in Ewe means word, sound, language. So when we say Ewe, we are talking about Ewe language. We say Ashanti Be means we are talking about Ashanti people's language. Fanti Be, then we are talking about Fanti people's language. So Egbe means word. That's why we say Besa, a word that can bind. A word that can bind in. Besa. So Be simply means word, language, or sound. And when you want to use it as a sound, you say Evu Be means the sound of a drum. There can be other examples, like the sound of a whistle, the sound of the falling of a tree. So Be means word, language, and sound in Ewe. And when we say Adagana, Adagana becomes it's like a vocabulary, I would say. Like a vocabulary, a word that they will say, and it is not very easy for you to understand unless they explain it to you. And that is what is called Adagana in Ewe. So when someone say that okay, what word can I use for an Adagana now? DJ, wait, I have to get something that I can explain very well so that you can understand. Okay, for instance, in our area in Hohwe, where I come from, there's a river called River Dai. There's a river called River Dai. So when we want to ask another fellow who comes to the village with you whether you speak Ewe, you will ask the person, Eno Dania, Eno Dania, which simply means, has the person who come drunk from the river dying? This is an Adagana, in the sense that even if you are an ordinary Ewe speaker, you are not an indigene of my area, you can not understand the real meaning of what we are saying. But Eno Dania.
Like a slang.
It's not, it's like a slang, but it's more. So Eno Dania means, has he drunk dying? That's the literal meaning. But the deeper meaning is, does this person speak Ewe? Does this person speak our language? Can this person understand our language? But then in the literal way, Eno Dania, has he drunk Daya River? And that's the ordinary Ewe person will just say, yes, I will understand. Oh, the translation, did you drink the water of Dai? But that is not actually the meaning. The meaning means, does this person speak our dialect? So these are things we call Adagana. There are slangs, so we may call it in English, and then I don't know which English word to use. Maybe one day I'll find it and let you know. Thank you very much, DJ. And then DJ went to say, how many times can ancestral veneration be done within a year? Normally, ancestral venerations are done once a year, whether the ancestors ask you to do it or they don't ask you to do it. That is, you pay homage, pay respect, you venerate your ancestors once a year to show your love for them and your appreciation for them bringing you to this place or this space. However, if you did a reading and the reading asks you to feed your ancestors, or your ancestors are asking you in the reading that you should feed them, you can do it as many times that they had asked you to feed them. Because the ancestral feeding or the ancestral veneration is a process whereby your ancestors get directly connected to you because they want to support you from the spiritual world. Maybe there is a challenge that you are facing and you don't know how to solve it or where to go or what to do. And if you do a reading, and in the reading your ancestors ask you to empower them by venerating them, then you do. So you can do ancestral feeding many, many times a year if a reading or a divination says that you should, or when your ancestors ask you to do it. For me, recently, in the past 1 or 2 months, I have done ancestral feeding about 3 times already, because each time I wanted to go somewhere and I am asking the ancestors on what should I do before going to where I want to go, and I'll come back safely and be successful. My ancestors will ask me to feed them. Bokor, the thing has finished. I think it changed itself. There's no power. Or it is this thing that doesn't have power to.
The phone is on. Actually, the phone is on.
So this is the, what do you call it? The gimbal also doesn't have power. It also doesn't have power. So we forgot about it. We were thinking about the phone only.
Sorry, it's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. We are all here. My mind didn't even go to the gimbal. We were only thinking about the. Okay, wait, let me see. Okay. Oh, sorry. It didn't go well. It didn't go well with it. Let's see. But it's okay here. Wait, let's see what I do. Doesn't want to be straight. What is heavy again on it? Oh, we are having challenges today. It's crazy. Okay. Let's see if it will hold. Okay, we will manage it. But this is automatic, so it will decide. It will decide. Power is not enough for it yet. Maybe it was totally off before we are trying to do it. So. Sorry, we are having some small challenges with our TikTok. This is so. Please just bear with us. Even the charging, I think, is coming now, but it's slow. It's not a fast charging because it's not coming directly into the phone. It's coming through this speaker. So DJ, so for an ancestral veneration, sorry, I was concentrating on the camera. For ancestral veneration, you can ask many times as your ancestors ask you to feed them. You can feed them. That's how we do it. So, but normally we are supposed to do it at least once a year. But if your ancestors ask you to do any time that they ask you to feed them, you have to feed them, because it is by feeding them that you empower them to support you on the physical plane. No, you should always know that in the epic cosmology, we don't believe that our people died forever. We believe that it is only their physical body that is dead and that their spirit is always alive. And that we can always contact and consult with them when we need their involvement in our physical activities. So that's how our people think. And they have done this for centuries and generations and millennia, and it works for them. And that's why we know that our ancestors, people who were dear to us, either our fathers, mothers, uncles, grandfathers are not actually dead, that they are still out there somewhere, and we can always contact them. That's why AVs have all kind of forms of divination in order to reach the spirit world and communicate with the spirits of the dead as well as the spirits of the living. Thank you very much, DJ. And then Soloku S say good day, Baba. Hello, Soloku. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's session. I'm grateful that you do, and I hope you and your loved ones are fine. Thank you very much. And then we have our sister Zil Harris say, yes, that was good answer to the question about group voodoo versus individual voodoo. Thank you. Thank you very much, Zil. I'm grateful. Yes. And then we have somebody called Tyson Sosibo joining the live section. Thank you all very much for the questions you are bringing today. I have the energy to be here to teach. So we are going back on Facebook, African Magic Temple on Facebook, where DJ had asked the question first, how many times can ancestral veneration be done in a year? Is what I've just answered. And earlier he had said, good evening, sir. The DJ said, and the DJ said, what is BN Adagana, which I have already explained. And then there was another question that he asked on Facebook, that what is the Togbe Nlo? What is Togbe Ngolo? This I am not very sure what that means, Togbe Ngolo, unless maybe you speak it out in the we speak it, the sound will tell me what you are talking about, what you are saying, or if you can elaborate on what you are trying to say, then I can know what Togbengolo or Togbenglo is. Yeah. Thank you very much, DJ A, for all these beautiful questions. I'm grateful. Then we have what is that? That's all.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, all of you. And then I think public relation is Doji there in the US. It's saying Mama, Green Mama sources. That's amazing to learn from different cultures with, yes, of course, with voodoo. Yes, of course, when you want to be clever and you want to have knowledge, you have to learn from all kind of cultures. That's why sometimes when people say voodoo is only for black people, I disagree with them. I disagree with them. Voodoo is for anyone who is ready to learn it. Then public relations went and said, Papa, my great grandmother was a Chamba woman. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, this is what I was just talking about. Chamba is a tribe in the northern part of Togo, Ghana, Burkina Faso, and maybe in the northern part of Cote d'Ivoire as well. We all don't know where our origins come from. So we have this. If your great grandmother was a Chamba woman, that's a beautiful thing, because the Chambas are known for their spiritualities. Very, very powerful spiritual people. I am not surprised now that I know. And then public relations went on and said, it is true that the Ewe and the Chamba have a long history. Yes, it is. The Ewe and the Chamba, they have had a long, long, long history. For how many centuries or millennia, we don't know. Thank you very much, public relations, for confirming this. I'm grateful. Yeah, thank you. I myself, I grew up among the Chamba people. It's only unfortunately that I can't speak the language. But my junior sister the one who follows me, speaks Chamba language very, very well when she was alive. And then public relations said, Papa, when you were in Hinduism, have you ever had a situation where you were spiritually attacked by a fellow Hindu? No, I have never had that experience. Because we were of the priesthood class. When I was a Hindu, I was a priest. I was in the priesthood class, and I don't think anybody had attacked me or had attacked any fellow practitioner that I was aware of. No, I haven't. I have not seen, and I did not remember anything like that. Thank you for that question. The human nature, you never know. Somebody may attack you, somebody may not like you. But for me personally, I wasn't that important, so I don't see anybody. When I was in Hinduism, I wasn't that important, even though I was a priest. I wasn't that important whereby anybody would try to attack me. Yeah, but I have not seen anybody attacking me, or I have not even seen anybody attacking anyone. Whether that existed or not, I'm not sure. It could be because human nature, anything can happen anywhere, but I have never experienced that. Okay, Big Sis, Zil is saying, for me, it would be a nightmare if ever more non-black people are doing voodoo than black people. Yeah, it is understood that it will be a nightmare, but if your own people, who are black people, are supposed to draw knowledge and wisdom from their own cultural base and their ancestors, but they have ignored it and are following illusions that were brought to them by Europeans, and they will stand very strongly on that illusion and try to demonize their own tradition. And other cultures or other people who are not black people have seen the light and have seen that this voodoo practice is a universal thing. Because when I say voodoo, I try to explain to all of you that it means spirit. And there is no culture on earth that does not do spiritual practice. They may not call it voodoo in their language, but whatever they are practicing, as long as it is a spiritual practice, and it has to do with natural practice, with elements in nature, it is voodoo. So I'm not talking about people coming to practice the type of voodoo or spirituality we practice here, but it's a natural thing, and voodoo is a universal energy. Because spirits are everywhere. But you see, the understanding that the white man gave our people and the most of the people in the diaspora is voodoo is only limited to black people and limited to Ewe people or Africans. That understanding is wrong. Because voodoo means spiritual practice. Voodoo means spirit. And every culture has spirit in it. So you can't say that somebody should, because the person is not black, he should not practice voodoo. What do you think the Indians are practicing in Tantra? They are practicing Hindu voodoo. I had explained it here over and over again and said that if I go to India today and I bring any spiritual entity from India into Ewe land, and I started doing its rituals and following what I was taught there, when my Ewe people come to me, they'll say, oh, that voodoo is an Indian voodoo. So you people try to clear that misunderstanding as if voodoo is only for black people. It is not. It is just simply means spiritual practice or spirit. So when you have that feeling that it only must be practiced by black people, it must be practiced by black, it is not true. We are the foundation of voodoo practice, and we are the owners. Of course, we are not giving it to people who will use it against us. They also have their own voodoo. Do you think that when the Europeans were coming into Africa to come and colonize Africa, do you think they did not do spiritual practice before coming? They also consulted their own things. If you go back into Eastern Europe and go back into the Vikings stories and all this, they also practice traditional spirituality. And if we, as Able people, we want to talk about it, we'll call it voodoo. So what about the stories of Thor, the stories of Cinderella, and all these things? Is it Cinderella and the Seven Dwarfs?
Yes.
Yes.
Snow White.
Snow White and the Seven. What do you think these things were? Are they African? They were not African. And which one is the one with the Seven Dwarfs? Snow White and Cinderella and the witchy. Okay. Whichever you go and look at it, I'm not a British man. So, you see, don't you see that all these were spiritual stories that they have written for children to read? And you think if the European didn't know anything about spirituality, would they be talking about dwarfs? And if black people were also talking about dwarfs, and we talk about fairies, and we talk about mamiwatas, and they talk about mermaids, what do you think all these are? So please take your mind away from thinking that voodoo is only for black people. It is only the name that black people use for spirit. So please, your mind should be clear. I am the one who knows what I'm talking about. I'm an Ewe man, and the word voodoo is Ewe word for spirit. You know, when you go to Central Africa, I think they call it candomblé, or they call it palo mayombe. Candomblé, or this is in what do you call it? What do you call it? I think South America, they are the one calling it candomblé, and also using palo mayombe, because palo mayombe does not resonate as an African word, but it is mostly used in Brazil, South America, and all those places. They call it names. And then they have the other one that which makes voodoo and Christianity together. So this I was talking about this a few days ago. Okay, the candomblé is an African diaspora religion that developed in Brazil during the 19th century. It arose through a process of syncretism between several of the traditional religions of West and Central Africa. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say, especially those of the Yoruba, Bantu, and the Legba, coupled with influences from Roman Catholicism. Exactly, just like Santeria. So it is the same voodoo. So let us not deceive ourselves and think that voodoo is only for black people. People change, and they change it. So when you practice Santeria, the voodoos have been given Christian names, or the saints have been given, the voodoos have been given saint names, and they are using it. And so we have all these things. So somehow, let us not think that voodoo is only for Africans or the Avis or West Africans. What we are talking about is that our icons and entities that they came and took from our land, they should bring it back. And then bring it down. And then a big sister Luna Nicole said, at Zero Harris, me too, sister. I know, I understand you people, but then Zero Harris said, Mr. Bokor, that was a very diplomatic answer. Diplomatic? Okay, thank you, Zil. Sister Zil, thank you. And then Luna Nicole said, yes, Celtic and North spirituality are forms of indigenous spirituality. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. So those indigenous spiritualities, if the AV person want to call it, we will call it voodoo. Because they kill animals and do shed blood and all these things for their spirits or entities, and then it works for them. Okay, then we have a GISFX. It says, please, can you talk about Rosicrucians and Freemason? GISFX, I'm not a Rosicrucian, and I'm also not a Freemason. I don't know what to say about them. They are organizations that are open their doors to anyone who wants to join them. But unfortunately, I've never joined the Rosicrucians, and I have also not joined the Freemason. And as I said earlier, what I don't do and I don't have experience from, I don't talk about it. There are people who are Freemasons. You can ask them, they may talk about it. And you can ask people who are Rosicrucians, and they can also talk about Rosicrucian organization. I talk about Eve Voodoo. That is where I came from, and that's what I am practicing, and that's what I teach. I speak about Ewe Voodoo. You know, Voodoo migrated from the Ewe land, from West Africa, all the way into the diaspora, into Cuba, into the Caribbeans, and all this, and it is practiced under many, many names. I think Haiti is the one that still maintains the name Voodoo. And when you look at the Haitians, you can see some kind of similarity of the Ave in them, because even the names they use for their elder people, like Ati, who means Ati in Ave means a tree. Old people, they are like Ati. Ati means a tree. So when an old person dies, we say a big tree has fallen. It's an Ave Adagana, that they say a big tree has fallen. It's an Adagana in Eve, which shows that an elderly person who is very important to society has passed on. So these are Celtic and indigenous and things are also spiritualities. From this, you get all other things. And Rosicrucians and Freemasons are also other things. I have not practiced Freemasonry, and I have some Freemasonry people in my shrine who are also learning Voodoo practice. But I myself, I have never been a Freemason, and I cannot talk about it. I'm not the kind of person who talk about things I don't know much about. So GISFs, I cannot talk much about what I don't know. Maybe one day when I become a Freemason, if that time comes, when you ask me, I'll be able to talk about it. But for now, let's keep it on Voodoo and Ewe Voodoo, what my ancestors left for me, and I am trying to find a way around it and explain it to the people who have interest. Thank you very much. And then GISFS, thank you, sir. You are welcome, always welcome. Yes. Yeah, do we have some questions there? Okay, Doji was asking about whether I had been attacked. Free Relation was asking about whether I had been attacked in the Hinduism. I have never been attacked, so there was no way I could even know how I handled that. You know, one thing with me over these years is I live a very open and a very free life. I have no anger, malice against no one. Wherever I go in my life, I make myself more of a servant than a leader. And because I was always a servant, people who probably took advantage of me wouldn't have the mind to attack me because I wasn't against them. I was always at their service. And it is through this thing and this way that I humbled myself, and I have learned so much from people who sometimes others fear, because I've never gone into any place to learn and try to prove that I know more than them. I was always at the lower end. I was always at the receiving end, and I make myself so simple and humble in order that people could teach me. So I have never had anybody who attacked me when I was practicing Hinduism. It's only physically my own friends and people who had stayed with me who probably will try to attack me physically out of jealousy and anger, but spiritual attack from Hinduism or anything, I never had. Yeah, I have not had any encounter. So I cannot tell how I dealt with it. And public relations, I have been attacked 4 times so far. Okay, then how did you deal with those attacks? Okay, then Hub Science Tech say the areas in Ghana are claiming Ifa belongs to them. I have spoken on this platform many times about that. The word Afa is every word for Yoruba Ifa. Ifa is the mother of Afa. And it is why even today, as I am sitting here, when we want to call all the Afakboni or the Afa Odu, the Eves call it Afadu or Afakboni. The Yorubas call it Odu Ifa. Even if the Eves, any Bokor, or for that matter, Babalawo in our language is called Bokor, wants to do Afa, the incantation and the names of the Odu Ifa is always in Yoruba. So the Eves who are claiming that Ifa belongs to them have not yet really studied what Ifa is and the origin of Afa. So they have all kind of things. Recently in our conferences that we went, there was other Bokors who were who came to the conference, and there was this question posed that what is Legba? Some of them said Legba means that which will catch you and break you. That is called Legba. And some say Legba is security. But what is Legba? Most people couldn't answer. And I say, it is never true because they didn't know. And they probably will not know, because if you are not open to learn from other people, you will never know. So I came up and said, Legba is coming from the Yoruba word Elegbara. Elegbara, that which has power or strength in Yoruba. And some people say, oh, it is just words that look alike, but it's not the same as in India. I say, no. Luckily for me, there were Catholic fathers, senior Catholic fathers who were also at the conference, who also study religion. Even though they were in Christian Catholicism, they study religion. And then they said that what I said was true, because from their own studies, they know the word Legba originated from the Yoruba. And even in Wizkid's, one of Wizkid's popular song, when he sang about Oju Olegba, which is in Oju Olegba in Lagos. So the people who say that every Afa belongs to every people, their arguments will all fall when you ask them what is the word Meiji in Ewe. The Ewe doesn't have any word called Meiji. It is the Yoruba who have the word Ikom, Meiji, Meta, Mary, Manu, and all along, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we say Jogbe or Gbemeji, when we say Gbemeji, we are talking about Gbe, double. Meiji simply means double. And even in Ewe Afa today, we still use the Meiji. Gbemeji, Yokumeji, Urimeji, Dimeji, Losomeji, and to all the way to a full Meiji. So if any Bokor or spiritualist is arguing with you that the Ewes are the originators of Ifa or Afa, ask them what is the meaning of Meiji in Ewe language. Their arguments will fall. So people are trying to find a way to kind of cut themselves from the Yoruba origin, but they cannot be successful. Because even in the Afa incantation of the Voji, the basa nyama nyama things that the Bokono will be mixing while he's calling all the names of Afa, we will say somewhere in that Anago Yeve. And Anago people in Ewe language means the Ewe, the Yoruba. So why is it that our people will call Afa Anago over Yeve, means the Yeve of the Anago people, the spiritual practice of the Anago people? Because the Ewes, we have the Yeve, which is our original spiritual practice. And we inherited Ifa or Afa from the Yorubas. That's why we acknowledge it during the process when we are calling the name of Afa. That's why we say Adnagowe Yeve. So whoever is challenging and saying that it comes from Eves does not read very far. And don't argue with such people, because if you argue with them, they get angry with you and they create you as an enemy. So I would advise that when people ask you questions or try to challenge you, you don't need to worry. Those who know, they know. And those who do not know will never know. Thank you. And then GIF says, please, can you do spiritual work for someone outside of Ghana? Yes, we do spiritual work for people who are outside of Ghana. In fact, most of the works we do here in our shrine are for people who are outside of Ghana. Spirits have no time limit or bounded by any location geographically or whatever. They can be anywhere, anytime. Spirits are universal entities, and they are not bounded by time, space, or person. So we do. Yeah, thank you. And then we have a Hap Science Tech. He said, thank you. And thank you too for that question. And then I said, Hap Science Tech, he said, I even told him the 7 African powers are all in Yoruba name. Yes, it can be. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I don't know what are the 7 African powers, but I know the Yorubas have given the world a very important divination, spiritual practice. Yeah. Thank you. Then public relations said, I've been attacked 4 times. And again, he said, I avoided the attackers. Okay, that's good. And then public relations went on to say, I also go to the extortion and complain to the deities about the attack, and the deities deal with it on their own. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, public relation Doji, my junior brother there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Check, I think below. Okay, I think we are done for today. What's the time now? It's 7 o'clock. Check your.
It's 6:55.
Okay, that means it's almost 7 o'clock. So,
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes to 6 o'clock. Okay, so we have a big sister, Luna Nicole, is saying that, Papa, why was Afar created if Ifa was present? Was it a location? It is not location and it is not anything. Afar is every word for Ifa. And Ifa is the original name for what the Eves call Afar. The Yorubas call it Ifa. The Eves who learn from the Yorubas call it Afar. It's a language, change in language. I think in Ewe words, I don't think I usually start certain names. That's why they probably use, because we always start our words with, I don't know, vowels and consonants and all this thing, but I don't know, Ifa, Afa, it's more similar, so it's more easy for people to say if Afa than Ifa. And then they also have their meaning why they call it Afa, because they say Afa means it will cool down things in your life. Afa no now, it will cool down things in your life. That's how if I want to know the meaning of Ifa, I don't understand why it is called Ifa. But people call it Afa, means Afa, to cool down things. So it is, maybe that's the reason, I don't know, but maybe that's the reason why our people prefer to call it Afa, because maybe that's also the reading in Yoruba and our people translated it into their own language. Even the Odus at Bemeji, Yekumeji, and all this thing, the way we translated, the Eves translated it into their language, the adulteration of the original Yoruba words. For instance, Loso Meji. That's the way the Eves will call Loso Meji. But the original name in Yoruba is Iroso. Iroso Meji. Iroso. I-R-I-S-O. Iroso. I-R-O-S-O. Iroso Meji. But the Eves say Loso Meji. And then the Eves say Lumina. Lumina, which is also the adulteration of the word Orunmila. Orunmila, our people adulterated it to Lumina. The original name in Yoruba is Orunmila. Orunmila is the originator of Afa. And our people, instead, they could not speak the Yoruba and could not explain it well, so they shortened it to Lumina, Lumina, Lumina. And then if you argue with some people, people will say, oh, Lumina is different from Orunmila, because they don't know. So don't argue with people who do not know. They will make you an enemy. Okay? Truth is one, and it remains the same. Whether people try to bend it, break it, it always remains the same. So, my brother, don't argue with people who do not know what they are talking about. Then we have a Hey from Benjamin. Hey from Benjamin. So metaphysicians have invented our technological word. What has Juju done? I don't know. Whatever you find, take that one. I don't know what Juju has done. If metaphysicians have invented our technological world, what has Juju done? I don't know. Look for it. Okay? Let's move on. See? It's 7 o'clock now. Okay, let's check all other. Okay, so we don't have any. Okay, so I'll hang on for another 5 minutes, and then please, if you have any of you have any questions to send to me, please do. But otherwise, in the next 5 minutes, I will be closing today's section, and I'll see you again, God willing, next Sunday. And then Big Sister Luna Nico said, thank you for your time and teachings today, Papa. You are appreciated. I'm very grateful, and you are all appreciated too. Thank you. It's for you and for you people I do this, so that we learn about ourselves, and we should not be afraid of our own culture. A lot of time people told you your culture, the African culture, African spirituality is negative. It has not achieved anything. But these people who say this, if you ask them, do they know really what African traditional spirituality is? What internet is today? Africans have achieved it long time before today. The mirror you see in front of me can go to anywhere and bring information to me whenever I want. And you should also understand that African spirituality is not to convert people or to force people to practice. It is an individual thing. It's not a group thing. You and your God, you are an individual. You deal with your God in individual way. It is not for you to stand on the top of roofs and be shouting that I'm worshiping God. That means you are worshiping God. Or put a megaphone and be shouting that I am worshiping God before people know you are worshiping God. God is an individual thing and it's within you. And whichever way you worship it and achieve it, that's what matters. Thank you very much. And then I have a Island King 718. Hi, Baba. Long time no see. Thank you very much, Island King. And they have said I would like to come and interview you. I am always available. If you call the number and book an appointment, I will be at your service. Thank you very much, Scientech. And then we have Zil Harris. Thank you for the wisdom and enlightenment you shared today. I'm very grateful, Zil, that you were able to join today's program. I haven't been here for the past 2 weeks, but today I sat and I am able to answer your questions. And then Island King 718, Baba, can you suggest some reading to learn more about African spirituality? African spirituality is not written in books. That's why it is still confusing for a lot of people to know exactly what our practices are, because it is not learned from books. It's a practical science, and you must be practically involved into it to know it. It's not written in books. The books that you see that speak about African spirituality, most of them are written by people who do not practice our traditional spirituality. They only wrote those books from the point of hearsay. They themselves were not practitioners and are not practitioners. They are just hearsayers. You can only understand African traditional spirituality if you get yourself involved into it. No book on earth can explain to you, because the Gbesa that goes to bring changes in nature cannot be written in books. Because by hearing the words, sometimes you can go mad, you can die, you can behave in uncompromising ways. So African spirituality is not something that is written in books. So you can't find them in books. Most of the books, as I said, are written by people who are not practitioners. So they are just hearsayers. They are not the real people. If you want to understand African spirituality, go to a priest that knows and let him introduce you practically and physically. And then you have your own personal experience and experiment. Then you will know what it is. Thank you. And then we have Zil Harris says our technological world was not created by Christianity. Further, people invent spiritual practices. Exactly. Thank you very much, big Sister Zil. And then Zil Harris says, and people invent technology. Yes, of course. Because the computer that is being invented today or being used today is based on IFA or AFA Odus. It's a binary system, and it is that's why some of the search engines in the past were called the Oracle, if you don't know, because the AFA oracles that came in 12120101001 are the ones that computer of today or technology is based on. So when you don't know, you don't know. You think that you are trying to justify a white man or whoever, that they are the only people who knows. Our people have contributed to these inventions. Our people have contributed to the development of the world, but they have been sidelined. And we all are aware of this. We are in the new African age, and one day our people's heads will be above the water. Thank you very much. And I say thank you all for being part of today's section. And I'm happy to have you all. I wish and hope that next Sunday you get all your questions ready and probe into what our tradition is. And I will tell you what I know. If I don't know it, I cannot say anything. But what I know, if you ask questions along that side, I will answer you. Thank you all. And Big Sister Luna Nicosa, have a blessed week, everyone. And look forward to joining you all for next week's section. That's exactly true. And thank you for being here today, Big Sister. And Zil Harry say, have a great week. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you very much, Zil, for being here. And then Island King 71 say, what time do you come on, Baba? We come on at 4. We start about 3:30. 2:30. We start showing videos, and I sit by 4 p.m. I am here. So you can join us from 2:30 p.m. On Sundays. I will be here. I'm very grateful to all of you, and thank you all very much for being here. Have a very beautiful week. May the ancestors and the gods of our fathers continue to bless all of you and make you great. Thank you all. Otabu mama medakwelu egbeto cheba I abuchi opo harai ayingba manjofro ahanamilo akaingbeto ahanami bu ya wele doji mama se sempre lugidi lo do ba mi wo la me fanamilo mama otabu mi yo mi apete kekelo asinedi awuna tuji ahana se ache you say YouTube, we have some people there too. Okay, let me finish with them. Okay, we have some few people on YouTube. Public relation, Papa, my transfer happens tomorrow, so keep me in your prayers. Sure, I will. I'll keep you in my prayers, Doji. Yeah, so if whatever comes, let me know. And then we have SME. Hello, Papa. Why did the famous herbalist pass away? You interviewed him twice. It's not that I interviewed him. He was my friend. And he was my friend, and he was also like my junior brother. So I brought him on my program sometime to also teach. And whenever I have any serious encounter where people wanted me to let someone to come and talk about herbs and how they use herbs in healing, I go with him or I send him to represent me. So that is the friendship that was between myself and Dr. Labi Cosmos. I didn't know what happened to him. I only heard about his death. But I heard he was attacked physically by some people, and he had been attacked twice physically, and that probably was the reason why he passed on. But I didn't know anything about the attacks. I did not see him. He didn't call me, so there was nothing I could do. I only heard about his death. So I don't know why he passed on. But his wife is there and she is continuing in his footsteps. Thank you very much, SME. I'm grateful for that question. And then we have Green Mama Sauce. He said bye and thank you for answering my question. Thank you to Green Mama Sauce. I'm grateful. See you all again next Sunday, hopefully.